is
Can
being
you
recorded.
please? Okay, I've got a couple of people still with their videos on. If you hover down the bottom of the screen, you'll see a microphone looking thing. Make sure that that's red and make sure that your video is also red. So Bastian, if you can turn off your video. And Aiden, yeah, that's it. Okay. We can do it from our end, but it's all very new. Aiden, you may still have your mic on. But Jacob Sokolov, you seem to have muted yourself. So just bear with us. Can people hear me? If you can write in the chat box. Or has he muted me as well? Oh, you can hear me. Thanks, Michael. Just while we're waiting for Jacob, who seems to have accidentally muted himself. I hope this is fun, Bastian. It's all very new. We're using a new platform for the first time. So this is our very first interactive lesson. And there will certainly be a few things to iron out. I don't know what you've done up back there, Jacob, but we seem to have lost your voice. Down the bottom. Jacob, no, I can see your lips
Can you hear
moving.
me?
Oh, yeah, I can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I muted
Yay.
because I've got two options to mute guys. I can mute by my headset and I can mute by my computer. So I muted by my headset. Anyway, I'm really glad that we're here and we'll have a lot of fun today. And Kerry's a good job at bluffing.
At what?
Oh,
Fluffing.
yeah, just bluffing.
I can fluff all day.
I know. Okay. So, can I get a show of hands or just let us know in the chat if you've managed to log into the math course? Come on, guys. Let me know if you can hear me as well.
Might need to turn your volume up a little bit, perhaps.
Right,
I don't know if that's me or
yeah.
you. And just while people are thinking about telling us about getting into the maths course, I've had a lot of emails about the Mathletics logins. And so I have mentioned to some of you that I'm waiting for those logins to come in. I had a look this morning. I think I've got about 18 of them, and I will be sending off an email before lunch today so that people can have their Mathletics.
Yeah, I mean, that's better than me. I've got like 9 of them, and I don't have all of my students yet.
Yeah, it's
But
out of our hands, unfortunately.
But the ones that I have got, I've emailed it to the students. So if you haven't received it yet and you're one of mine, I will get them to you as soon as possible.
Okay, I can see Ornella's asked a question, maths course, like where is that? Are you able to share your screen, Jacob, to show where it is? Hi, Isaac. Can I ask that you turn your video off? We'll just have videos off today and we'll have you all with your microphones off. So Isaac, if you look down the bottom of your screen, oh, there you go. You should be able to turn that off.
I can share. I've just got pictures of cats on my screen at the moment, Kerry. Please don't judge me.
Of course you do.
Oh, yeah, I know. I'm just getting up the math course right now, guys. And I've got to log in. And I'll share it. Share content. Yeah. Snoopy, yeah. Does anybody like Snoopy here?
Snoopy's very old school.
He's
Such
very
an
old
old
school.
cartoon.
I put it there for Kerry. Kerry's pretty old school. Well, you know, I'm more like I think Snoopy was before the Simpsons because I'm more the Simpsons generation.
Okay, you haven't been able to share your screen.
I can share it now.
Right.
There we go.
Oh, lovely. Okay, so this was particularly, whoops, we lost it again.
Did I lose it?
Yep.
I'll have to do it again. Sorry, guys.
Yes, Peanut began in the 1950s. Correct.
Content.
I was never much of a fan, I'm afraid.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I think I've got it, Carrie. There we go. So this is the math course.
Lovely.
Has anybody seen this picture?
Yeah. So when you log into VSV Online and your Year 7 course, this is what you should be seeing. And we would expect that you have a look at the introduction. And yes, we'll be starting on Module A today.
Yeah. And Module A is probably on one of my favorite areas in maths, which is statistics and graphing. Does anybody like graphing here? And has anybody done graphing before at primary school? In the chat, let us know. Oh, and that video is a little out of date and it'll be changed up. You've done it. Awesome, Aiden. Michael hasn't done any graphing. Fantastic. That's great that we're starting with stats. Who else do we have? We've got Isaac and Jacob and Kerry. Have you done graphing before?
I've done a lot of graphing over the years. You'd be surprised to know, Jacob.
I've done 1 week, but I haven't did half.
So I've already said a bit about the mathletics, so we will come back to that. All right.
So all right, we'll move on, and I'll just get rid of this. Oh, just before we start on week 1, we have the submission booklet. So most of the content that we're going to discuss today will be relating to the submission booklet because we don't, like I said, we don't have the Mathletics login details for everyone. And the list of activities that we want you to complete during the week is on the student checklist. So it's that little icon right here. That'll come up. Carrie, can you see the document?
I can.
You can? Cool. My advice to you would be just to like tick them off. I sometimes get lost with the amount of activities that I need to get done.
Print it out at the start so you've got it there and tick them off as you go. Hi, Esther. Can I get you to turn your video off, please? Thank you.
All right, and I'll get rid of that and we'll get started. How are we going for time? I've got 14 minutes.
What is time?
That's cool. What is time? It's relative. So the learning intention today, we should be able to order data into a frequency table. And our success criteria for today is we can order group data into class intervals. And we will get into what class intervals means and group data. But I'm fairly confident you can do a lot of this stuff. Right. To start off with, and I'll spend 40 seconds introducing myself. My name is Jacob Sokolov, and I love maths. And I'm very proud to admit it. And I love maths in lots of ways. I love math to do with money. I love art, so I draw heaps. I do a lot of still lifes, and I use my math to draw quite often. I love cooking. How do you think I use math in cooking, guys? In the chat. How would I use math in cooking? With grams, yep. Measurements, awesome. Yep. What about time? Do I need time for cooking? Carrie, do you need time for cooking?
I do. Yeah. I've got a Thermomix, so I do it in 3 times the time.
Oh, I want to get one of them. Yeah, no, I have to remind myself that time's very important for cooking, or else I burn stuff.
Yep.
I use math in games, so when I'm playing board games or computer games.
I very much use it in backgammon. I'm a big backgammon player, so it's dice and probability. Yeah, I am. I
would have pictured you as a mastermind kind of person.
Love that too.
Yeah. And I use it in music too. So I play piano and I sing. And I play to a metronome when I'm trying to learn something, or if I feel like I'm making up the tune and not actually reading what's on the page. Does anybody play music here? Or play any instruments? Oh, Esther,
Yes, it
Esther, what do you
does.
play? That's okay. Um, Piano, I play
Piano.
piano as well.
Lovely.
Do you use a
Mm.
metronome at all? Guys, if you don't play an instrument and you want to play an instrument, a good place to start, I would recommend, would be a ukulele because they sound very nice, or the guitar. And piano sounds very nice. Violins don't sound that amazing to begin with.
Mm. If there's trouble, Michael, maybe you can come back and watch the video later. You are recording this, aren't you, Jacob?
We are definitely recording this.
Great.
Wait. Yes, we're definitely
Oh,
recording
well
it. It's
done,
flashing.
Ornella.
Okay. And Carrie. And this is
Oh,
Carrie.
it
And
is.
we
It's
can
a
see
terrible
her.
photo, but that's sort of like me.
I actually like it. You
Yeah,
look kind of hippie-ish.
I am a bit hippie-ish.
Yeah.
I do love maths. I've been teaching for over 35 years, and it is my passion. And Jacob asked me the other day, what do you like about maths? And I told him I like the order of it. I like that it's logical and that it makes sense. And I must admit, when I was at school, it came relatively easy to me, which was I was most fortunate about, which meant I didn't have to study it because once you understand maths, you can actually remember how to do it because it makes sense. One of my biggest joys was in year 11 or 12 or at university, working through a problem, and it might take half a page or a page, and then you end up with the answer 1.694, and you look down the back of the book and the answer was 1.694, and it was just like all the stars aligned. So it made me very happy. I love my maths, so hopefully I can share that passion with each of you.
Yeah. I had that experience not at university, but in year 11 and 12. And when I was doing physics, and in physics there's like a lot of applied problems. And I
Mm,
did get the joy at the end of the book,
mm,
receiving the correct answer, and I was like, yes, I can do this.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. There's great satisfaction there.
it is. Okay. So guys, what do you like about maths?
In the chat box, if we can get some responses, what do you like about maths? Maybe they don't like maths, Jacob. Strategy. Bastian likes to play Monopoly. You can't log into your laptop. How are you talking to us? I don't know what's going on there, Michael. If there's a problem with Service Desk, you might need to send an email, phone. Oh, it's on your tablet. Sometimes tablets can be a little bit funny. Yeah, people use it for money, games. Okay. What you got next, Jacob?
That's what it does.
I can't hear you, Jacob.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm back.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah.
And Isaac, can you turn your microphone off, please? Thank you. All right, go
So
ahead, Jacob. I can hear you again.
most of the work that we're going to be doing is in Mathletics. And I do know a lot of you don't have your Mathletics login, but we will be getting
It's
it to you
coming.
as it is definitely coming. And at the start of the lesson, at the start of the week, there's a student checklist, which we brought at the start of this lesson. And every week there's a submission document that we would like you to submit, which is what we're going to be working on in this lesson. We might skip that slide because we're running out of time. We're going to, we are definitely running out of time. So what we're doing today is on, and for the next 4 weeks is on data. And data is a collection of facts such as numbers, words, measurements, observations, or even just descriptions of things. Data could be the amount of posts, amount of likes you've received on the post. Has anybody posted something on social media before in chat? Guys? No? Good on you, Sky. When I was in year 7, I didn't post anything on social media. Yeah? How does it feel when you get lots of likes? Or has anybody done an internet poll? That's another way we can my grandkids are a hit. Nope.
Everyone likes my grandkids.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so the amount of likes, that's an example of data. Another example of data could be the average amount of Pokemon caught by a Pokemon Go player. Does anybody play Pokemon Go here in the chat box? No. No. Yes.
Yes,
No.
Marzo.
Has
Definitely.
anybody ever played Pokemon Go before? We've got lots of no's. You play strategy games. Oh, that's okay. Good on you. Carrie likes strategy games.
Do.
Or data could be the amount of tickets sold for a particular movie like Cats.
Not many.
Not many, yeah. All right. Okay, so this should be revision. You probably have done this at primary school before, but we have this little useful system of telling up information. Yeah, it definitely did flunk at the box office. I'm still going to see it like when it's on Netflix. And I probably will disagree with the critics. Color. I don't want the pen. Oh, Cats was a movie. But we're going
It was
to
also a stage play, but yeah, it was made into a movie, which
yeah. I've seen stage play. It gave me nightmares. But that I was like a little kid. It doesn't surprise me that it was very creepy. Like the play's very creepy. But we're getting back on the train.
Time.
Okay, so tally. So we should have seen these tallies before. Can I get a Y in the chat if you've seen tallies before?
It's in a Y.
As in a Y. Brilliant, brilliant,
Yep.
brilliant. So looking at A, what does that represent?
And you can just put your answer in the chat.
Or?
Oh, no, part A.
Part A.
Not where he's got the arrow.
Oh, sorry, my
Is it
bad.
down here.
Part A,
Yep.
this one right here. Yes, that definitely does equal 4. So we got 15. Brilliant. So we got 3 groups of 5. Part B, looking at this one right here. Awesome. We get 21. We do not need to spend a lot of time on this.
Okay. And the obvious reason why we do tallies is that we actually subitize. Subitize is actually being able to recognize groups. So I can see that when I do the 1, 2, 3, 4 / I have a group of 5. And so I can just see those easily. Otherwise, I'd be counting them out individually.
Yeah. Fantastic, Carrie. And I forgot to mention that tallies make things easier to read. So if you had 15 eyes, it would look like 16 eyes. So we group them together. Okay. So we can do tallies for grouped data. So right here we have 0 to 25. This accounts for all the values between 0 and 25. So if this person traveled 20 kilometers to the from home to the CBD, they would fall in this tally. If somebody,
what if they were 25?
If they were 25, they would fall into this category because the symbol right here means up to but not including. All right, so the frequency from 0 and up to 25, guys, in the chat box, what would the frequency be? Or what would, are you sure?
No, again, I think you're pointing. So you want the first one, 0 to 25.
Yeah,
Yep.
I want the first one.
Yeah. 3. Thank you.
Next one. So 25 to 50. Sorry. Yeah, we've got 4. Brilliant. And
just while you're doing that,
oh yes,
if I can have people thinking, what's the furthest away somebody is from the CBD? Do I get that information? Is anybody able to tell me? Bastian's saying it's 175. Anybody have any other thoughts? What is the furthest a person lives from the CBD? Keep going with your little tallies. Yep.
yeah. Of the next one, guys. 100. So, 75 to 100. What would the frequency be? Up to 100, so it's not including 100. Yep, the frequency would be 0. From 100 up to 25, 125. We got 11. And 150 up to 150. No, 150 up to 150. Well, obviously.
Oops, there's something wrong here. That should be a typo.
Yeah,
Yep.
that is definitely a typo. So that should be 125 up to 150. And then we got 150 up to 175.
Okay, just in answer to my question that I asked, and a couple of people thought it was 175 or possibly 174. The truth of the matter is I don't know. It's somewhere in between 150 and 175. The highest it could be is just under 175, but the thing about gathering data in this way is I lose the individuality of the data. So I don't know. All I know it's in that group. Bastian, I'm not even sure that it's 174. Those 14 people could be at 152 kilometres away and they'd still be in the same group. So there's the possibility that they're up to 175, but we don't know.
Or they could be 150.
They could be.
Measuring from 150.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, so group data, you lose a little bit of information.
Yeah, and that's a limitation with grouping data. Okay, so we're going to have a go at our group data. By the way, for the recording, this symbol just means up to but not including. So if, oh wait, yeah, we'll move on. So guys, gathering our own data, can I get you to go onto Google and put in your address? Don't share your address, put it into Google. I'll do it myself. And I'm putting everything in caps because I'm a smart person today. And we want distance. From, we'll do Brunswick, this is where I live, to VSV. And I want you to put.
Are you going to VSV? I think this was VSV, not CBD. Yep.
Yeah, this was VSV. So we're doing
6.8 kilometres.
6.8 kilometres, yeah. So if I'm at 6.8 kilometres, whereabouts would I fit in the table, guys? .8 kilometers. Whereabouts would I fit?
I think they're all Googling in case they're not sure how far away they are.
Yeah. All right, I'll put myself in. Actually, guys, that's
put me in there as well.
Whereabouts are you? Oh, you're Q.
Yep, so less than 25 for sure.
All right, so
Maddie, 358. So with regard to our table, Jacob, yes, we might have to have greater than.
We'll put her in other.
Greater than 175.
All right. So we'll have to go back to the start. Sorry, Maddie. So Maddie was 358. So this is going to be a limitation without gathering. We didn't include Maddie's data. And we had Jacob, which is 1110. So Jacob will go here. And then we had Ava, who's 51. Brilliant. Thank you, Ava. And
lots of big ones. So we might have to make it greater than 175.
We might have to.
Wow. Isn't it interesting when you look at your classmates, everyone, and you can see that We have such a wide range of distances. Where are you, Rayan? Dubai. Wow.
Oh, wow.
And what about you, Esther? Where are you? Mullumbimby. Nice part of the world, I believe.
Ryan was 143. Oh, sorry, I just missed it.
Aiden and Rayan are both in the UAE.
Oh, wow.
Catch up for a coffee.
Yeah, we could do a student visit.
Okay.
All
Jacob,
right,
it's
yes.
10:40. We need to play.
We do need to play. Okay, so we'll just add up our frequency. So a limitation we had with our graph is that we didn't include all the values. So we didn't
Okay, got
include
it.
the Dubai ones, or the other student who was 700 kilometers away. Yeah. All right. So guys, how does this relate to your work? It relates to your work because I want you to do question 2, which is drawing and interpreting a histogram. And it's very similar to the activity question 2A, where we're sorting out the student's height into ranges. So 140 to 150. See any? Actually, 160.2. That would go here. I can leave you to do that yourselves. And it relates to question 1 of your.
So this is what you'll see when you print out the task for the week, correct?
Yes.
There's a number of tasks they have to do, but there's some that they have to actually submit.
Yeah, on by paper copy. You can do them online, like some of my students do it digitally using their pads, but not all students have a pad to work on.
We actually, I would prefer that all work is printed out and everything is done by hand and then uploaded. And that's generally how we run it at Year 10. So we encourage, because we want to actually see that they've done it by hand, particularly with the graphing, because hand graphing skills are quite particular as opposed to computer graphing skills.
Totally agree. But some students have like a Surface Pro.
Yep.
It's a bit like this.
Oh yeah, you can do it by hand.
Yeah, and you can do it by hand. All right.
Thanks,
How does
Aiden.
this relate to the work? This stuff is the submission worksheet for lesson 4 and lesson 3. Like we said, your Mathletics details, if you don't have it, will be emailed to you. And my last question to you is, we're at the end of our lesson. We definitely have gone 2 minutes over time. So the next lesson is on Wednesday at the same time. We'll be looking at interpreting data, so please bring your worksheets along. And can you please rate this lesson out of 10? I will see if I can open up the poll. And if you had any questions, please put it into the chat box.
Yeah, I would encourage students to look out for that email, so then you'll certainly know which teacher you've got, and have a conversation with your teacher either on the phone or via email, and just let us know about the level of work that we're targeting, and if you need something easier, something harder, we can put something in place there. So please let us know. I'll be running some support classes, and looks like it's, don't know when. The lesson, we have another lesson on Wednesday. Yep.
Please. This lesson out of 10. All right. Add open poll. It's opened. Hello, guys. the poll is opened. Can I get you to rate it? As soon as you've rated it, please, you are free to go. If you have any other questions, chat box. Oh, you've already, oh, thank you, Aiden, and thank you, Ornella. You're a wizard, Harry. I know, I love Harry Potter.
I haven't actually got a time locked in for any support classes yet, but when they're up and running, we'll put out a notice.
Yeah.
We've started off at a fairly, I would say, simple level. So if you look at this week's work and you're finding it difficult, as I say, please speak to your teacher. It can vary from easy to difficult on any given week. So take the good while you get it.
All right.
Okay. So we'll be stopping oh, you've got another minute to go. Yep. On your thing.
Yeah.
I won't be at Wednesday's class. I'm at a